Good morning. Good morning. Good day in the morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody, and welcome to my channel. I am Jackie Horton, your virtual wellness and health coach, and I'm here today for Tuesday. This is my second week and my second Tuesday, so I need some congratulations if you're watching or when you do watch, please, to talk about healthy body and healthy organs. This is a relationship. This is not a. This is a totally connected body and a totally connected relationship between the two. One can't really do well without the other doing well. So I'm just going to do an overview of some things that some of us already know, and then also to amplify some things that may, be new to some people. One of the things that came up to me this morning, I was hoping I could do it. I remembered the song that we used to sing when I was a little girl, and I don't know if it was just something that we made in the schools, or if it was something that we had in our our Sunday school church groups. But for those that are in my age bracket, do you remember the little riddle used to go like, and the knee, well, see, and the ankle bone is connected to the foot bone, and the foot bone connected to the and the connected to the knee bone, and the knee bone's connected to the. So we used to do that, and I was looking for that to kind of play that as a backdrop to this conversation. But then I said maybe since I haven't found it and I don't actually want to just sit here and sing to you all, I'll drop that. Then the other thing, I was trying to put up a visual of the meal plan, which is called the healthy plate, that normally we use it in diabetes classes and other nutritional classes. And I started to feel like I'm going to be trying to put up some visuals that I may end up missing the mark with you, and you miss the focus of today's session. So I'm just going to stick with just reading the notes and sharing it with you. So as a reminder, today is Tuesday, and every Tuesday will be healthy body and healthy organs. So the information I'm going to share with you are all things that have been clinically, proven and clinically used as evidence to help us get on the right track in those two areas. So first, I want to focus on the very five vital organs. I know there are plenty more. I am not a medically trained person, but I have done some studies in anatomy and physiology to know that there's more than five. But for the purpose of today, I'm just focusing on the brain, the heart, the lungs, the liver, and the kidney. Working in healthcare and working with alongside medical professionals like doctors, nurse practitioners, and so forth, one of the things that I found that was helpful in me in sort of like curtailing my approach in health was the number of patients who had struggles in those areas where they needed medication and further intensive services to help save what was left of their kidneys, or help preserve their liver, help depollute their lungs, and so forth. And so that's sort of why I came up with the five vital organs to sort of include in this approach regarding healthy body and healthy organs. So that's one thing. The other thing is, do you remember the pyramid, the food pyramid? I'm going to use some of that to sort of like help us like think about uh, how meal planning can be structured around that. And so, if you recall, the pyramid, the food pyramid included vegetables, fruits, grains, protein, and dairy. And there are plenty of charts out there with the number of grams, the number of ounces that you need, and so forth. And there's even a picture, a visual of a plate of what it should look like if you are eating within a nutritional framework. So that's out there for you as well. And then the other thing is, I kind of wanted to talk about, how to develop those meals in a way where you sort of take, as we call the circle of health, you sort of take a circle of approach to kind of look at that. So the first meal of today, it should be your major meal, which is breakfast. And I was going to put a display out, but I just tell you what I was thinking. So with your breakfast, the idea is to encourage you to have some form of cereal, whether it's hot or cold, and also some form of dairy, whether it's yogurt or milk. Um, We always encourage that the more protein that you take in throughout the day, the better it is, because it's just provides you with it provides more of the texture to develop your strength, but it also helps you with energy as well to sort of burn more when you're exercising or when you're walking. And so the protein, not necessarily always about meat. I mean, there are plenty of ways to get your protein in, and there's different examples of how to do that. So the first meal is breakfast. And then if you're a person who sort of likes to snack in between lunch and breakfast to avoid from, falling prey to poor eating, definitely, with each meal, we would recommend that you have some water and more so have some fluid. There is, obviously green tea that people have replaced coffee with, but coffee is not bad as people may have thought. There are some recommendations to use black coffee with no type of dairy in it. Or you can have some yogurt just to have your dairy. But you have your breakfast, your first snack could be just one of those protein bars, a peanut butter bar, and things like that. Then you have your lunch, and there is a recommendation that your lunch could be a little bit more large in size, because you still have the rest of the day to get through, but large in the size of making sure that that plate includes some form of vegetables and some form of protein, where it's not protein where it's that won't weigh you down. um, and continue to drink the water. And then, after lunch, you may find, your digestive system is working. You may kind of get a little bit slower, a little bit tired. Then you start to yarn and do all those things. And, it would be great to take in some more fluid intake. I prefer water. I'm not a coffee drinker after breakfast, and I'm not really a tea drinker as well. But you can do one of the two. But so make sure that you are completely supplying those organs with fluids throughout the day. And then, and then after lunch, you have your other snack. And then dinner. Dinner is, reasonably proportionate to both meals, breakfast and lunch, but mostly, really trying to focus on a little bit of protein, a lot more vegetables, just to keep the digestive system, um, getting the nutrients that it needs, and always fluids, preferably water. However, some people like green tea or black tea and so forth. And there was a recommendation that red wine could be useful as well, for your nutrients in your body and so on. And if some people prefer to have an excuse me, a after dinner snack, that's fine too. But the recommendation is, well, what's known is that we typically do eat at least 6 times throughout the course of the day. So if you are a person who sort of are into tracking what you're doing during the day as far as your meals, then you may need to start counting to see how many times that you sort of resort to food throughout the day, and then go from there to make your meal plans based on the food pyramid, healthy food pyramid, and also looking at how you can start to identify one of those, all those food choices, from vegetables, fruits, grains, dairy, and protein. Once you start it, it becomes like with anything, it becomes a routine. Just like when you start to go back to school, you get back into the routine of studying and making papers. If you start a new job, you give yourself 90 days or even less to acclimate yourself to the new setting, the new people, the new expectations. So having a nutritional plan for your body and your organs is just the same thing. The great thing that I would say, most people that I have come across are already, have something already they're doing that's correct and that's right for them to continue to, that they can continue to, preserve their health, and make sure that as they continue to mature, that their body, even though the body will, eventually become weaker, but at least the body doesn't have to be succumb to becoming mature or older because of lack of nutrients from earlier times in life. So that's my spiel today. I hope this was helpful, like the video, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you again for joining me. Be blessed.